Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you the preparation of my favorite quiche of all the time, the Tyrolean quiche. This is my favorite quiche of all time, and not just because I came out with it. But first, let's look at the ingredients list. Fantastico! To start our quiche, we will start by beating into a bowl the whole eggs, the salt, the pepper, and the nutmeg. We'll start beating it. Great, once the eggs, the spices and the salt have been very well mixed in together, I'll start adding the cheese. It's now time to add our milk and our cream. We mix again until everything is very well combined. Once our liquid mix of the quiche is fully ready, we can start now by slicing the mushrooms. We can start now by slicing our onion, in the middle. Once the onion has been very nicely chopped, in a very hot frying pan, I'll stir fry my speck. In my country is available, but if you don't find it in your country, you can use bacon, you can also use schinken, you can also use guanciale. I will fry the speck until it's very nice and crispy and it releases a little bit of fat. Benissimo, benissimo! Our speck is finally ready, nice and crispy and nice and stir-fried. Here it is, perfect. Now we'll put it on the side and we'll let it cool down. All the parts for my quiche filling are now ready and I will start rolling the brisée dough. You'll find the brisée dough recipe link in the description. The time to make my favorite quiche of all time has arrived. But first of all, we will leave the brisée dough at room temperature for at least half an hour, so we will make sure that it's easy to roll. Perfect, we will start now rolling our brisée dough. We'll dust a bit of flour on the top of the bench, but also on top of the dough. Once our brisée dough has been rolled, now with the cookie cutter round shape, I'll cut pieces of pastry. Fantastico! Now it's time to fill our tins with the pastry. Today I'm using cake tins. However, a very good trick that has been taught me by my mom, Maria, that could save you from keeping stuff after parties is just using foil tins, so that you can give it to your guests and say, you take home, and people would say, no, it's okay, it's too much, and you just say, no, you take home, and you do your lovely doggy bags for everyone, so they don't have to return you everything. Also, if you want to take your quiche to work, you can just simply take this wrapped in plastic wrap. It's extremely important that when you lay down the pastry in your tins, you make sure that all the pastry sits properly in the bottom and the sides as well. You just need to push a little bit with your fingertips. It's important because when you put the mixture inside, you don't want the pastry to be having any gaps underneath that if it breaks, they will stick to the pan. Fantastic, our quiche shells now are ready to be filled. At the base of the quiche, we can start putting the onions as a first part. After the onions, we can lay down the mushrooms. After the mushrooms, we can put our speck. And then after the speck, we can put our liquid mix in. You want to make sure that when you fill the quiches with the liquid mix, you don't fill them to the top, but until 2/3. To finish everything now, for the last touch, I'll sprinkle over the top of my quiches my strings of Gruyere. If you don't find Gruyere in your country, you can choose any dry cheese as long as it is not a liquidy, watery mozzarella, because it will release too much water. La brise, mon amour est Paris, Paris, Paris. Great, our quiches are now ready to be cooked, and I'll cook them at 165 degrees Celsius in a fan-forced oven for about 25 minutes. Here they are, Paris, Paris, mon amour. My lovely quiches have just came out of the oven and they smell amazing. I wish you could be here to feel the smell, but I'm sure you're gonna make this recipe very soon in your kitchen. Once your quiches have been fully cooled down, then you can serve them. So you can also serve them on a plate with some herbs or just leave them the way they are. Until next week at our usual appointment on Wednesday at 6 p.m. to learn some new exciting recipes. From Rocco the singing chef, it's all for today. A big kiss to everyone and ciao!